Welcome to Weary Wolf Fishing. Today we've taken the chance with the break in the weather to fish Town Quay. High tide's about 10:30 tonight and the weather's actually not raining, so we've got a break in the weather. It's not too cold and I've just turned up and the whole place is rammed with fishermen. So I like to fish down the bottom end. I like to try and fish down the bottom end as much as possible, but there's like 20 odd people fishing it tonight. As you can see, the ferry's coming up behind me. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw out, I've got my mate turning up in a bit, we're going to fish together tonight, which is nice to have a bit of company. The last few sessions have been solo sessions because of the weather. See the ferry behind me, look. I'm going to throw out some scratching rigs. I've got 3 rods. I've got a small little ugly stick which I'm going to drop down the side, down the very edge, with some tiny little ragworm baits to see if we can hoik out the odd pouting. And I've got a couple of bigger baits I'm going to throw out on my mackerel bashing rods using some free hook flappers. I'm going to get set up and then we'll have a chat. I'm fishing with some Saltwater Pro 3 hook match rigs, which are size 2. So you've got 3 hooks on there, small hooks. We're going to throw out small baits and just see how we get on. The beauty of this spot is if it starts raining, the car's literally behind their phone as I'm talking. So you can just hide in your car if you want to get out from the bad weather. Which is why a lot of people come down here and fish, because you fish straight out your car, you ain't got to walk down a beach. It's easy fishing. As you're coming into Town Quay, you can fish the right hand side, but you can't fish the left hand side. There's no fishing, and you need to make sure you pay for parking. So we've arrived at about 7 o'clock and I'm fishing till 11:30 if the fishing's okay, which would be an hour after high tide depending on how hard it pulls out. But you'll get stung for £100 parking fine if you don't pay for your parking, and that's all the time. So permit parking is Monday to Friday, and then paid parking is for the rest of the time. So Friday night, I think it's 7 PM through till Monday morning 7 AM. So don't get caught out on that if you're coming down here. My mate's turning up separately in his car, but a little way of saving money is if you can pick your mate up and go fishing with him, and then you're only paying for one lot of parking and one car. But it's not always the way, is it? I'm just going to try and undo this rig. I haven't seen many catch reports coming out of Southampton Water over the last few days. It's been pretty dead down here, to be honest. But you got to get out there. You got to try. And I've said already, I won't keep banging on about it every day. I'll share a fishing video, but you've just got to keep going, haven't you? You've got to face off those blanks. In it to win it, as they like to say. I don't know if it's me, but I've just made a real big tangled mess out of this rig. It's not a good start, is it? If everyone's alright, I wonder how other people are getting on fishing. I keep an eye on Kilford's fishing videos. He's amazing. He's been putting in loads of hours. He was down Calshot Castle again the other day. Didn't have any fish, but he's so determined. I kind of got that kind of mind frame as well, mate, to be honest. If you're watching, just keep plugging away. I know that it can be hard this time of year. It was a toss-up between this and Magazine Lane, but I think I haven't done Town Quay for quite a while, so I thought I'd change the scenery. I'm underneath the light of a lamppost as well, which gives me a bit better lighting, because I still haven't got off my butt and bought a decent light for filming, which I'm going to need if I go down Southbourne, as you're not going to see anything. Unless we go for a day session. So high tide being around 10:30 usually is a more productive time, that kind of time of night. And as always, you start a fishing session and you're incredibly optimistic. Well, I am anyway. I bought some Shorecast weights, which are got these grooves in them, which they're a hybrid between a grip lead and just your standard bomb. Going to see how that holds. If it doesn't hold, I have got some gripper weights with me as well, but we'll just try it. Don't need a tripod down here. You can fish straight off the railing, but one of the downsides of this railing is you get tangled in it quite easily. Well, especially if you're me, you end up getting your hooks caught in it. So you just got to be aware of that, be careful of that. Sometimes when you get a new rig out, it's good just to add a little bit of heat to the line, which straightens it out, because it's got holds a bit of memory in it. So where it's been wrapped up in a pack, and that includes the rig body itself, and then going out to the hook. Just give it a rub with you between your fingers. Don't give yourself line burn, but just a firm rub up and down with your fingers can sometimes help take away some of that memory in the line. I'm just chucking out tiny sections of ragworm on the hook. Just pull it over the knot of the hook just to keep them in place. I'm going to start off with some small ragworm baits, chuck them out and see how we get on to start with. We chuck one further out and then we chuck one in, and then I'll drop that one small rod just over the edge, I think. What I love about this mark is you don't have to launch your rods, you can just fling them out. That's one set up. Get the other one set up. Hopefully my mate will arrive in a minute. I've got spare clips if you need them. Right, I've got 3 rods out, so I've got that one which you can't see very well because we're right under the lamppost. The bonus of the lamppost is I can see all my rod tips without getting lights on them. The downside is when I face that, oh, there's a rat already. Oh, Dave. Dave's my good luck charm for fishing because he's turned up and I just had a rattle on the rod.
My fish then.
Your fish, Dave. Your fish. So we got squid, ragworm, and sand eel, Dave. Oh, that is definitely a fish. One more knock and I'm reeling him in. Come on, be a fish. Too eager. Yeah, should have let that progress, shouldn't I? Good sign though. Yeah. I went to where did I go? I went to Calshot on my own, didn't I? Did I message you to tell you I did that? Yeah, and I had I didn't even have a bite.
Oh, you said you just blank.
Yeah, proper blank. When you know those blanks where you don't even get a knock. The rod did right, one random slam, and the more I think about it, the more I think a bird hit the line. Because it made the weirdest thud like on the line I've ever seen. It definitely wasn't a fish, but right. Put that back out where it came from. Leave it alone. That was eagerness. That ruined that, didn't it? Right, reset. So the rain's not due until about 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Just say to Dave, I'm just going to film the Yangming, and he's looking at me, looking at my rods, thinking, what planet are you on?
I honestly thought you would have taken.
No, look, that big old container look coming through. It's massive, isn't it? You see a lot of them on Magazine Lane. Ooh.
That's just this month's Temu orders.
Yeah, Temu and AliExpress specials. So built up round here, it's unbelievable. So you've got Southampton there, West Quay's over there. This is a ferry terminal. You've got Ocean Village over that side as well. It's a busy old place. I'm kicking myself that I struck into that bite. I should have just left it, shouldn't I? We've got 5 rods between us now, so something's got to happen. So about 2.5 hours from high tide. I'd love a dogfish today. I was saying in a previous video, it's been so long since I caught a dogfish. I'd just take a dogfish. That would make my trip complete for me. It's another reason not to cast out too far. Look, if I hoiked my line out there, it'd be underneath the ferry. Look how close it is to where we are. I've not seen anyone else catch anything yet either. I'm keeping an eye on the other anglers just to see what's going on. See a lot of casting. but no fish. Later on this evening, you're probably going to end up hearing and seeing a few drunks around as well, because that's quite frequent in this area. It's one of the downsides of Town Quay. Do you remember last time one time we were up here and that drunk guy turned up and he wouldn't leave us alone for about an hour?
To him it was 5 minutes.
Yeah. And he was telling us about how he caught carp down here. Do you remember that?
Yeah. He was a hard listener.
Yeah, he was telling us how he was pulling carp out down here when he used to fish. So, you know, I've never seen anyone catch a saltwater carp. So I was very impressed with him, Dave, I was. I mean, he seemed reliable to me. He had it on Sweetcorn as well, didn't he?
I think he thought he was in a different location.
I think he was on this planet. Right, get him over the edge. Oh, don't fall off. I already lost one just a minute ago, didn't I, Dave?
Same rod though?
Yeah, same rod. And it's on the ragworm, and it's literally over the edge of the water. This little bass. There's little ones, there's usually bigger ones. There you go. You do a little photo of it for the thumbnail. So a small bass. It's flaring up, look, you see those red gills there, look, but small bass right over the edge, tucked in at the bottom on my small little ugly stick. I had one come off, and then this one, it might be the same one to be honest. But yeah, small bits of ragworms doing the job. Better than a beta blank, I'll take the small bass. Small wins in January, I'll take that little bass. And then Dave's going to get us a smooth hound or something in a minute, because he hasn't been out for a while, so he's just going to nail something decent. Do you remember that ray down Swansea? Yeah, because I was catching, to be fair, I was only catching small fish. Yeah, yeah. And then you were like, oh, I've just had enough of it now.
Resilience.
Yeah.
Gave up.
Yeah, and then you landed that lovely ray.
I still have the patience of a saint. Even a saint can sound.
Yeah, I was just grateful you caught something. It got to the point where I wanted you to catch more than me, because I wanted you to stay invested with fishing. I was waiting for you to put all your stuff on eBay. Put an anonymous bid.
It was that one time you couldn't do that, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
I was going to buy it and then sell it back to you for the same price.
Yeah, you were, yeah, because I was having a little paddy. That was about,
Rod in, mate.
yeah. Oh, another one. That was on squid this time. Oh, it's come off. It came off. He was on and he felt like a decent fish, but I didn't really want to talk too much about it until I got it up. But yeah, that's all right. At the end of the day, we're getting bites. I launched this one out. I was getting fed up with it being eaten, the ragworm getting eaten off of it, where we're on limited amount of ragworm bait. So I thought, oh, I'll just throw this one out. Kind of far enough, but not enough that it would sit underneath the ferry when the ferry comes back. And I've just put big chunks of squid on it. Secretly, it felt, and this, I can't really talk too much because it's been so long since I've caught one of the buggers, but it felt like a dogfish. And I really want a dogfish, don't I? They put up a little bit of a fight. That's all right. Yeah, they put up a little bit of a scrap, which is nice. Be nice for you to come out for the first time of the year and you get a fish. Maybe you should have a tantrum. Maybe that's the key for coaxing out the rays. I'm using some new weights. I'm watching this guy, Kilford Fishing. His name's Sam. And he uses these shore cast weights. I'll show you this. I'll show the camera quickly as well. So they look like this with the ridges. I think I showed the camera already. Yeah. It's like a hybrid between a grip and a knot. Yeah. And they work a treat down here, and they work a treat down Magazine Lane. Less chance of snagging, but they sit. Yeah. Kind of find their own little bed. They bed in. Yeah. But he said, "Oh, I'll get some." And I went down Poindexter's and they had some, so I picked them up. Give them a go. Oh, you got one in your bucket. I've just seen it.
Oh, there you go.
Smaller ones. Yeah, you got some smaller ones in here. Probably better size for the for this mark, to be honest. If you look closely at my two rods, they happen to be your rods, because I managed to break my rods down Calshot. I dropped them. Yeah, I dropped them down Calshot and I broke the eyes on them, but they weren't expensive rods. You think I had a tantrum? Yeah. And they weren't expensive enough to pay 30 quid to have each eye replaced on them. So I am in the market for some new rods, but I don't know. I don't want expensive rods because I'll just break them again, but I don't know, I was looking at some 15 footers. These were your very first rods, weren't they? Got involved in the whole buy tackle to make you a better fisherman malarkey, which doesn't work. Do you remember that with the lures? When we kept looking at lures and I made the fatal mistake of buying a lure catalogue and finding all the shiny things. Pachenko's, wasn't it? And then every fish I've caught on a lure has been on a cheap rubber, small rubber lure.
I absolutely smashed that Express.
Yeah.
Oh, some of them work pretty well.
Yeah, some of them are.
Watch them go through the water. They got the wing on, they got it all.
Yeah, so I think AliExpress can be a good one or it can be a bad one. So it's hit and miss, isn't it? You can tell when you take them out of the box because some of them have no weight to them whatsoever, so they're just hollow plastic. And then you get the odd ones which are like Pachenko style, and they've got. So it pulls it down, so it's like a shallow. Yeah.
Slalom through the water.
Yeah. Oh, you got a little rattle. Come on, Dave. Yeah, good in there, those bells. You can watch Dave for a bit because my rods aren't doing anything now. But yeah, you can get some decent gear on there. But one thing I've always done is replace the hooks. That's the only thing I think you get. Oh, there you go. Just give it a second. Don't do a me and strike into it. Yeah, hooks are the one thing I think you get what you pay for. I reckon you got one. His back's gone. Dave's struggling. He's actually out his back. You got a fish though. Is it worth the back pain? It's well foggy over there, isn't it?
Too much pain to analyse it.
Right. Oh. Don't put my phone over the edge. Oh, did it come off? That's frustrating. You definitely had something on there, mate. My rod's going now.
Oh, that really nagged that bit.
Do you want me to cast it out for you? Sorry.
Just for back massage on it.
Oh, okay, mate. I'll turn the camera off and give you a back rub. This one's moving, but I think it's being pulled about by a small fish or a crab. So I'll leave that one, I think. Had a fish on though, didn't you?
Yeah, there was something going on.
much more encouraging when you get knocks and rattles, isn't it? It makes you feel like you're doing something and you're getting somewhere. I think when you turn up to a venue and it's absolutely flat calm and you don't even have the slightest knock, it eats away at you a little bit.
It does make you question your life choices.
Yeah. It's got a nice white in there, literally on the end of the. Let's see if I can get that hook out. He's oh, slippery. So nice white in there, look. Again, another fish just on the end of, just over the edge on the ragworm, but he's a nice size one. Almost eating size, but I don't know, I'll put him back because he seems all right. He wasn't hooked too badly. Oh, sorry, fish. Did you hear that slap? So both of those fish have come from just over the edge. So although I'm casting the two bigger rods out, it paid off to have the smaller rod just over the edge. I might move one of my other rods under the edge as well, because that seems to be where they're all hanging out. So we'll do two over the edge and then just one further out, just in case there's a dogfish or something like that around. We're literally just lowering it over the edge. Let it hit the bottom, tighten up a little bit, just like that. So directly over the edge. I'm going to put this one over the edge as well, I think. Have you got one over the edge? Oh, got another nod on that one. But to be fair, that one keeps nodding. I think I keep launching my left rod. Dave, you're really struggling today, aren't you, mate?
My back's just cramping up.
Is that you knocking your rod?
It is. Drop it so the weight hits the floor without bending over.
I told Dave to go home, but he said he'll have a bad back at home anyway, so.
It's not quite the back, it's the lats.
Yeah.
It's muscular.
Bless him, he's struggling. He's putting in a dedication, he deserves a fish. A big fish. That whiting was a fair size, by the way. Almost the eating size.
Yeah, I thought you were going to keep it.
No, yeah, he was hooked right. He wasn't hooked too badly.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
And there's not a lot of them around.
Slap though.
Yeah, he belly flopped and then he swam off. But to be honest, there's not a lot of whiting around. So I don't know if I'm not going to eat it straight away. I don't know. Don't need to take everything, do you, really? I'm going to bring that other rod in. I'm going to have two right over the edge, I think. That's my plan now. Because that's where I've had both my fish. And I've not had any movement on the outside. Just going to check that the bait's not been eaten off of it. And stick him over the edge as well. Yeah, it wasn't out long enough for the bait to be taken. Straighten it out a little bit. Right, just drop him over the edge as well. Makes you wonder if they're just hanging out underneath the pier. Yeah. Look, they've got places they can hide, haven't they, really? But maybe that's where the big bass are as well, you see. I was down here a couple of years back with Dave and I had a massive bass on the end, which is why I wanted to go to the end this time round. And I thought I was snagged because the line, there's a photo, I'll try and find it and share it on the end of this video. There's a photo of me stood, it was early morning and my rod's bent over double. I thought I was snagged, but I just held it there for a few seconds and it moved. And then we looked over the edge and I'm not exaggerating, but the bass was about that size. Must have been about that.
I think his tail was, well, one half of it was a width of that wooden pillar.
Yeah, and I had small hooks. I wasn't expecting something like that to happen. We didn't have a net with us. I've brought a net just in case this time round. And he snapped the hook off. But that was probably, would have been the biggest bass I've ever caught that day. We called him King B, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Yeah. And I like to tell that story as many times as I can.
Still lingering.
Yeah, still hurts a little bit.
Couldn't tell.
No.
I can't tell. Yeah.
No, can you not tell? They've not made it obvious.
Really well.
Yeah. It just would have been a phenomenal catch. I go
Honestly, I don't. Could you have landed that anyway for caught in the mouth?
in the net.
If we well, a net, yeah, fair enough. But did we have a net anyway?
That's what I'm saying. We didn't have the net, so there was no chance. So even if I tried to hoik him out, he wouldn't have come out. Just the weight of him.
Of course, Carl would have dived in.
Probably would have jumped in for that one. But yeah, he was would have been a fish of the lifetime, that one. I think we avoided this place for a while after that because it hurt so much. This one's rattling, look. The best shout today was ringing Poindexters in the morning and seeing if they had ragworm, because both fish have fallen to ragworm. Dave's just had a rattle on the N1. Cast out rag, eh? Hopefully a few more whiting. There you go. I'd say you're on. Feel like it?
Maybe.
You've got a bit of extra ledge on yours bit, haven't you?
I'm not sure it is. If it is, it's very small. Oh, that's fucking it.
Come on. No. It's teasing you. You need a bit more bait on that.
It's just fresh, but yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon it's crab.
I feel like the crabs are further out. A big old rattle on that one. Yeah, there you go. Oh, nice. You're off home now. That's the one I threw in.
Oh, look, the swelled.
No.
Yeah.
Little bugger.
It went above his behind his cheek.
Wowzers. So they're obviously pecking away at the bait, aren't they? What was that on? Ragworm or squid?
That's squid.
Oh, well, there you go then.
That's an entry.
You just lob him. Do you not want to show the camera?
Oh, it's like that.
I'm going to have an upset audience of 5 people. There you go. So how many is that then? There's 2 whiting and a bass. No. Is it 2 or 3? 3 whiting. I'm a bit concerned at my memory. Have I caught 2 whiting? Yeah, I have.
We got a bass and yeah.
Yeah, oh my god.
Right. Apologies, audience.
Next time, can you please show my audience your fish?
It was massive.
It was huge.
It was 2 foot filled up.
Yeah, he struggled. He had to throw it back in. Well worth coming down here tonight though, wasn't it?
Put my back out now for that.
I did react like it was something massive though, didn't I? But to be honest, the way he rattled your rod was quite impressive for the whiting size. It's because it's foul hooked.
I think it's going to swam hard.
Yeah, it's just coming up to 9 o'clock, so we're still at least an hour and a quarter away from high tide. And we've had some fish we haven't blanked. Dave's off home. Interesting that you had squid, but it's all in close.
I think he tried to dodge the squid.
Yeah.
Foul hooked.
He swam up to him and thought, I'm not eating squid tonight, and then hooked himself accidentally. Or he's showing off to his mates by getting really close to the line. That was a case of whiting peer pressure. His mates egged him on and he swam too close. Yeah. Winding up the fisherman by nudging it, but it went wrong. Compared to the weather we've had recently though, this is really mild.
rain now until the end of the month.
For real?
That's what it says. I'm no weatherman.
We have been getting the odd break in the weather though. It's been like awful rain for 3 or 4 days. You get that little window of a break, and then it hits again.
I think the BBC just trying to play it safe.
Yeah. Because at one point I was keeping an eye on the weather because obviously I wanted to get out tonight. And I think it was Thursday I messaged you and I said, well, it's looking like it's raining. So that's why I did originally say Town Quay. Because if we started really hammering it down, we could just sit in the car and ride it out. And then yesterday I looked at it and it said clear till 1 AM. It does change, doesn't it? Are you just dropping it down? That's why I put 2 of mine down there now. I quite happily catch those whiting all night, to be honest.
Where's that catch?
Are you looped over the top? Do you want to have a look? Yeah, Chesil Beach is a long old way to get the tides wrong, or you know, it becomes unfishable so quickly. I used to go down there quite a lot when I was younger, and we'd drive all the way down there because we'd look at the apps and it'd say, yeah, it's good fishing time, and then you'd have rolling waves which are like 9 foot high.
I'll tell you, a good place that I've had some good fishing now is at Little Sea, Caravan Park.
Yeah.
Well, they got the sea comes in behind the 2, doesn't it?
Nice.
And you cast out there, and I had a couple of little flounders. Nothing major, like a couple of pound ones, but still makes you happy for the day.
Beach fishing's, sea fishing's like that though over here in the UK, especially down here on the south coast. I mean, you're happy with anything, aren't you?
Yeah.
Just to fish you do. Good few sessions on mackerel down there. And we fished off the bridge as you go towards Chesil.
Yeah,
mackerel. Yeah, we had mackerel down there. My miss Vicky was fishing, and she kept catching horse mackerel. She was having a whale of a time. But yeah, we stayed down Chesil and we slept on the beach. Do you remember? We put up little tents, and we fell asleep. And then that was dangerous, wasn't it?
That was.
We fell asleep. We had the kids with us as well. It was really bad, but we fell asleep, and then something was hitting the tent. And we woke up. It was just stones being thrown up by the waves, and I was silly. Oh, I never do that again. That was a lesson learned. That was a really bad experience, wasn't it? And then I left my rods out, and I had that eel wrapped around the line. Didn't even know it was on there. But yeah, it is what it is. See, that was a rattle, but it was that probably little fish just taking the bait and not getting hooked on. But I don't know.
But it's just nice though, like to come out and get out for the hours. Like we travel from
So you come from?
Yeah. Travel all the way down just to come out.
Fair play to you.
Yeah.
You stay until high tide then, are you?
We're going to stay till about 11, then we're going about 10 to 11.
It's a bit of a drive, isn't it?
Yeah. And then
Head off soon, mate.
Yeah, all right, no worries.
I got muscle back. It's nagging at me. That's now going to go. It's because it's cramping up.
Yeah, don't worry, don't overdo it, because we got to go to rugby tomorrow as well.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. No, he's not playing. Our kids are playing, but
it's a good day out.
Yeah, but you don't want to be killing yourself with your back now, and then stood on the sideline for an hour in the cold. Dave's gone home. I think his back got too much for him, so he needs to go home and have a rest. It's just too much. He persevered as much as he could, but it's just gotten to the point where it was a bit silly. Why is that looped over like that? But yeah, he was getting too much. It's getting colder now as well because the temperature's dropped down a bit. So he's going to go home, have a bath, have a whiskey, and have a rest. We've got all 3 rods in close. I've suddenly got quite a bit of ragworm now because I bought enough ragworm for the both of us. So I've just loaded up some ragworm, chucked them over the edge. Going to pursue it till high tide. Got a chap fishing next to me. He's just come over. He was having a chat with us. He's telling us about some drama he had down Magazine Lane the other day, where a bloke come over and started talking to him, and then 2 other lads turned up, and they were chatting away and then they realised that one of their tackle boxes had gone missing, which is a horrible story to hear. You don't want to hear that. I mean, our fish magazine, it's a bit secluded, it's behind a housing estate. But yeah, that's not a nice story to hear, is it? When someone has their fishing gear stolen. He was sharing a few stories about up here as well, because it can be a bit of a dodgy spot sometimes. Got started on by a few people. So he's had a fair few run-ins with fishing. I've had the odd dodgy person come over when fishing, but I've not got any stories like that. I hope I don't ever have them. Got rods going on this side. I'm right underneath the parking sign. To be honest, the way fishing's been going lately, I'm kind of content with the whiting and the bass I've had. I'm just, as fishermen, we get greedy, don't we? So I'm kind of hoping to get another one. This one started rattling, but I wonder if it's really tiny fish. Oh, there's one there, look. See that rod? Got two rods rattling. This one's... I think so, yeah. Oh yeah. Looks like another bass. Yeah. Tiddlers. The old ragworm, yeah. Do you want a bit of ragworm for your rod? Yeah, I'll grab you a couple. Let me just show this to the camera, I'll grab you some. I've got a few spare anyway, so. Another little bass, schooly bass. He's a feisty one, look. He's got his fin up and everything. Again, really close in. We always fish, when we're fishing, we always aim for marks. Like structure, and we're fishing on a structure, so it makes sense to put your rods down below. Just to give you that extra chance. Right, I'm going to chuck him back because he's a feisty one. Right, let me get that lad some ragworm to help him out because he's not had a bite. Got to help our fellow fishermen out, haven't we? Seems to be ragworm's the one for the wind for tonight. I'm so glad I went to Poindexter's and got some ragworm. I was umming and ahhing whether I was going to pick some up. Just keep these rods tucked in under the pier and loaded up with ragworm. Hopefully that mate will land himself a fish now, because he's come all the way from Salisbury as well. You don't want to, that's a long drive, isn't it, to have a blank. It's very disheartening. It's a bit like when I drive to Southbourne and I don't catch a single fish. It's a bit disheartening. Right, let's get this one back in. Lower it underneath the pier. I say under, it's like tucked in. He was also saying that apparently this won't be fishable in future. They're turning this whole structure into flats. I don't know if that's actually happening. I don't know if anyone knows who watches these videos. Do you know if and when they're going to be turning the car parking area at the top of Town Quay into flats? I imagine they'd have to shut this whole place down and redo the foundations, because this is such an old jetty. You can see by the edges that I'll show you. Structurally, it's falling apart there. All the way down the edge there, because that's where I'm fishing, just down by these structures there. Look. But yeah, apparently it's going to be turned into flats. If that's the case, it's not going to be a fishable mark for long. Just be another place you can't fish. Oh, my other rod's just going. I've got some sand eel on the top of one of them. I'm just wondering, I'm just seeing whether or not I get any more takes, because Dave had his whiting on a bit of squid and I've not had any action on the squid I put out. I have predominantly switched to ragworm, because obviously you fish with what's catching, don't you? But I have got the two halves of a sander on the top of the rod, which keeps rattling. It's just a really nice evening. It's just chill. It's the temperature's dropping a bit, but there's no sign of rain at the moment. Hopefully it does stay off till 1. I'll be well and truly home, tucked up in bed. Do like a feisty little schooly bass though. They do put a nice little rattle on the rod. A few fishermen have gone home now. I think there's what, 7 or 8 people left. The end is clear at the end, but I'm set up now. I'm not hiking all my stuff over to the other side. Not if I'm catching off this bit. I could move all my gear over there and then it'd be dead. And they might have gone home because there's no fish up there. But I have been watching the other fishermen because I try and keep an eye on what everyone else is doing. So you see what's working and what's not. And the ones who are casting out really far are not having any fish at the moment. So that's the left hand side. That's the non-fishable side there, and I think that's because the fast link ferry comes and goes from there. I think it is deep water over there, but you're not allowed to fish there. There's signs up saying no fishing. I can see them in there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's no fishing signs everywhere along that side. Strictly no fishing. And then the top end there, ferry's on his way back in, look. Bringing in the Home Bargains lorry, and on the back of it you got M&S. Stocking the showers at the Isle of Wight. It's been a really peaceful evening. It's a shame Dave had to go home, but you know, put your back first. Had a couple more rattles, but nothing's really come of it. If you're enjoying these videos that I'm putting up, I'm making a real point of putting up more content over the next year in my quest to get some decent fish. If you're enjoying it, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when I put new videos up. I'm not going to promise that I can get out every week, but I'm going to do my utmost to get out every time I get a window. I was talking to Dave before he left, and I think we're going to go back down Swansea, which is where he's from, in July. So that'll be like a fishing weekend. We'll probably camp out on the beaches down by the Gower. Down there last year, and well, you've heard the story. Dave had a decent ray in the end, but I think we're going to do that. I'm going to try and hit Southbourne. Yeah, decent tide. Sorry, just chatting to the guy next to me. And then I'm going to try and get down Somerset where the family are, and get some fishing in down there. Get some big bullhuss down there, get some decent bass. And as bass season kicks in the spring, coming into summer, I've got my action camera. I'm going to go out down Hensbury Head and hit the lures, do a lot more lure fishing. So loads of stuff coming up on the channel. Got loads of content I want to share with you also. Hopefully we'll build this channel up, share loads of fishing sessions. I'll also share all the blanks because I'm sure there'll be plenty of them. The last video I put up was a blank, but you know, you can't catch a fish every time. That's the nature of sea fishing in the UK, isn't it? It can be really good, or you can just be scratching and hoping to catch just one fish. About 25 minutes away from high tide now, I think. He was just saying it's a high one, 4.8, so it's a decent tide. I'm going to pull this other rod in because I've got 2 rods over this side and then I've got one on the other side, so I'm kind of looking both ways, which seems a bit silly, doesn't it? So I'm going to pull this one in and put it so that they're all together, and that way at least I can keep an eye on it. Plenty of worms on this one still. I might launch this one out a little bit. Just a little lob. Chop one out a little bit further now. It's not really a cast, it's just a kind of a lob. Quite impressed with those short cast weights. I'm looking forward to taking them down cow short and giving them a good run. I'm going to keep baiting up fresh worms, I think, because I've got plenty of them now. It's the bottom one which has been eaten. Not completely stripped, but it's had some It's had some action. Probably what that nodding was the small fish pecking at it. The wind's picked up a little bit as well. Oh yeah, that wind is picking up. Make sure the hook's clear. Not going to catch anything if I've got a masked hook point, am I? There's a bite or is crabbed? Oh no. Sometimes you just got to let them hook themselves, haven't you? Let it progress a little bit. Just going to load up this one with some more ragworm. Keep my eye on it though. Oh yeah, there you go. No. It's definitely banging away though, wasn't it? Now I've got 2 rods out the water, not fishing. It's nice having an extra pair of eyes on my rod though. I do appreciate that. I might give him a few more ragworm, to be honest. I've got plenty now. Keep saying that, don't I? But he's keeping an eye on my rods for me while I'm busy. I'll ask him in a minute. Let's get this one out. I was looking at Redbridge the other day, and I was just having a little mooch. I was out and about, and I saw a massive fat seal. There was a seal which goes around in these waters, and he was just floating around. And I thought to myself, there'll be no fishing around there while he's around. I've seen him a few times. I was fishing down Calshot once, and he poked his head up really close, and he was watching me. He was probably waiting for me to try and hook a fish so he could take it. But he's definitely around in these waters. Opportunists they are. I think if they see a fisherman, they wait around to see if there's anything they can take the line, take the fish off the hook. Easy dinner. You never know what's going to turn up in these waters though, because there was a walrus down Calshot a few years back. He was on the beach. I think he got lost on his way, or he was taking a break from bad weather, and he became a bit of a tourist attraction, and they had to actually get the police had to go there to make sure people wouldn't go too close to him, because everyone was trying to take selfies and stuff with him, which is crazy because he's a big old dangerous animal. But yeah, he ended up making an appearance down Calshot. He was there for a few days before he moved on. Wind is definitely picking up. You want a fish? We might have one. Hope he has.
A couple of bites, but...
Do you want a couple more ragworm? Are you sure? Well, we've hit high tide. The water's well up. I was feeling the cold, and then I remembered I had my car right next to me and I had my coat in it. I'm now warm again because I've got my coat on. So I've got a jumper, a hoodie and a coat on. The temperature's definitely dropped. I think the temperature's dropped because that wind's picked up. I have thrown one out a little bit further just in case, because I'm not getting any rattles on the ones close in now either. There's not really anything going on now. I don't want to wind in too high because then the weight's just bobbing on the surface, above the ground. That's where I want it. Give it another couple of minutes, see how we get on. Someone's walking up the path, and I could turn the camera off. Not everyone wants to be on YouTube. There's an awful lot of light pollution coming out from Southampton, isn't there? Oh, there's my rod rattling. Too busy looking at the lights. I don't want to be too hasty on it because I did that just a minute ago. Come on. See, this one's moving. I might just pull it in and have a look. It's worth having a look in it. Oh yeah, got a fish on. A very skinny looking whiting. Got another whiting. Do they call them a pin whiting, do they? He's a skinny little specimen, look. Very skinny. Barely noticed he was on there. He was moving the rod a little bit, but nothing major. Sticking back. Very skinny white in that one. Still going, still catching. I'll stay on a little bit longer. Now we're getting towards the last knock-ins. Do we chuck a little bit of squid tip on the end? See if anyone's interested in a little bit of squid while he's out there. I think we'll just chuck a squid head on the hook. Fair share of whiting today though. We do squid heads on all the 3 hooks, I think. Why not while we're at it. This squid's been in and out the freezer about 4 times. But the thing is, in this weather, in the summer you wouldn't get away with that, because in the summer it would turn to mush. But because the last few times I've been fishing, it's barely defrosted. Because it's been so cold, it's been frozen while we're fishing. It's still in relatively good shape. Not bait elasticated it on, because I'm not flinging it out very far, am I? So I'll just do a little lob and see if the squid head stays on. There's plenty of ragworm above the squid head. Sticking back out there. Sure you don't want a couple more rag? I've got loads, so I'm not staying much longer. Yeah, alright bud. And so long conserving my bait today that now I've got a glut of ragworm right at the end. Right, I've got the record for this. I've got the record for the smallest white in there. He's almost translucent. Look at him. He's got nice little speckles on him though. Look at that. You can see why those lures with the little glitter bits on them, they work so well. But yeah, he can have that ragworm. Look at that. He's earned that. So he's got a mouthful of ragworm. Tiny little whiting. He was further out. So the last 2 fish I've had are skinny whiting further out. But I'm going to chuck him back with a gob full of ragworm. He's got a mouthful of ragworm. We can have that. Right, I packed up 2 rods. I'm going to reel in this one. It's moving a little bit, but I don't think there's anything on the end of it. And then I'm done. So we just see what's on the end of this and call it a night, because it's getting cold, it's getting late. I'm going to go home, have a shower and chill out. No, empty line. And the bait's been nibbled. Quite a lot of the bait's gone on this. Someone's been doing a number on it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that session down here. It was nice to have some fish, beats having a blank, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.